Hey everybody, happy Valentine's Day from everyone here at Avondale. I'm Joan,
I'm Sydney.
and we've decided to make you a self-care, self-love video because it's really important, especially now during COVID and our new normal, to take care of yourself. Because if you don't love yourself, how are you going to love anyone else?
That's right.
So we've decided to just throw together some quick and easy tips, throw together some of our favorite books, some crafts, and some spa stuff. So Sydney, do you want to go ahead and begin?
Sure. I'll also say that, self-care is really important. Self-care is the beginning of self-love. And going off of what that article said about, only people that have time for it do it. I think is also a misconception that, it's some kind of hippie, crazy idea to love yourself, and that's not true at all. And, maybe only conceited people love themselves. And, even if that were true, I think it's okay to be a little conceited. Like, it's okay to think you're awesome. So we're going to start.
Because you are awesome.
Because yes, you are all awesome. You all have something beautiful and unique to offer the community,
Absolutely.
The world. So I'll start by talking about our first craft idea, which is these really cool, like, self-love affirmation note jars. And you can take whatever kind of jar that you have lying around. It could be a recycled jar from, pasta sauce, something like that. And you don't have to go out to a craft store and buy a jar specifically for it. And you decorate it just however you want to, with lace or ribbon, or paint it even, and the idea is to fill it up with notes to yourself, with just some positive notes about yourself, things you like about yourself. And, and I know that sometimes that's hard, but then on days where you need a little pick-me-up, you're going to pull out a note and read it to yourself as a little kind gesture. It'll remind you that you are awesome. And these are just really cool. And Joan, you want to share your thoughts? Or
yeah, I was going to say, like, in addition to, like, writing the notes, like, it might be helpful to remember that it might be hard to write these notes at first. For me personally, it was like, oh, the few of them were easy, like, you're a great dog mom, because I love dogs, or, but then we all love, it's kind of a challenging exercise, something that I feel like will grow in time. I also liked including notes about special memories that make me happy, or moments that I connected with loved ones, or
definitely,
yeah, like times where someone did something, nice for me, and just really just good memories, just anything that's positive. It's good to mention that self-care looks different for everyone.
right.
It's highly individualized. So it's just taking time to really connect with yourself and find the things that bring you happiness.
Mm-hmm.
And I guess in that, like, most people love spa things of the sort, and baths, things for the bath, or even the shower. So we're going to just share a little bit about what we created today. The first thing is lavender salts, which I made. You're going to take about a cup of sea salt, and also a cup of Epsom salt, and about 2 tablespoons of baking soda, and any kind of fragrance that you like. We have lavender here because we love lavender at Avondale. So I put some lavender in there. You can also put some essential oil instead. And I also colored it a little bit. If you do use food dye for this, I suggest just putting like 1 or 2 drops in it. because too much, you don't want to stain your skin. That would be really bad. But yeah, and so you can just throw this in the bath anytime. You can also take it and incorporate it into the shower, like if you wanted to put it with your bath wash, and just overall has a really great calming effect. And another thing that we made was lip scrub, which is super easy and very sweet because it is sugar. So you're gonna want to do 2 parts sugar to 1 part coconut oil and honey. So whatever you decide. So for this, I think it was like 2 tablespoons of sugar, and then a tablespoon of honey and a tablespoon of coconut oil. I did break it up in half because the sugar you have to be careful, maybe like work the sugar in there. But you use this anytime your lips are feeling dry, chapped, especially now in winter, and then you can rinse it off. Some people eat it, but I prefer to wipe it off. And you can also do this with coffee grounds. You can do it with lavender, lemon, raspberries. There's just all kinds of different combinations that you can make. And what did you make? You made a really cool tea balm or tea bath.
Yeah, it's called a tea bath. So basically you can put your recipe inside a tea bag. So called a bath tea, and you just put it down in your bath water and it creates a nice little soak. So this particular recipe is going to be equal parts Epsom salt and oatmeal. And then you're going to put about 2 tablespoons of the lavender buds. And then this particular recipe calls for about 20 drops of the lavender essential oils. Now, certain people, that's going to be a lot for your skin because essential oils can be kind of harsh. So you might want to just down if this is your first time trying it, just in case your skin has a reaction. And just a note with working with essential oils, when they are undiluted, because you always dilute them when you put them in, if they accidentally get on your skin, they may cause a reaction. So you want to wash your hands right after that. So just be careful.
Another really great activity to sort of relax and touch base with yourself is your physical health and taking care of that.
Mm-hmm.
At the beginning of the year, I decided to take a spin class over at Ignite, which is our neighborhood spin company. Shout out to them. Yay, we love them. We're obsessed. So I told Sydney about it, and we now go together, which has been awesome for me and hopefully you as well.
Also for me.
And so, yeah, it's been really great exercising with a friend. So I highly recommend working out with a friend, or even just going for a walk with a friend, socially distanced or with mask. Or any kind of physical activity that brings you joy, such as yoga or playing basketball. And so that's been really good. And thank you for going with me. I'm glad that you love it too.
Thank you for introducing me to them. I was never someone, I always hated the gym. I hated the idea of it, but this is something that I really connected with. And now that I am doing it regularly, I really feel the benefits of routine physical exercise. It's really great. And I encourage everyone to try to find their thing that connects with them. I know everyone's different. Some people really love running. I don't know how, but I understand it. I understand that some people love it. Some people really love yoga. Some people really love weightlifting. I really encourage everyone to find their thing that they connect with.
Yeah, absolutely. It's very true that you have to enjoy it or you're not going to stick with it. And
That's
I
true.
think for both of us, we just are obsessed because it's so much fun. And if you're interested, you should check them out. Each bike is 10 feet apart, and you wear your mask until you ride, and then you put it back on. It's in a warehouse right now that's open. So that is just also kind of taken out that anxiety for both of us. And last but not least, we're going to talk about our favorite books that we've been reading lately that bring us a lot of joy. So I guess I'll introduce mine. The first one is The Little Book of Sloth Philosophy. I'm not quite sure how this came into my life, but it coincidentally came into my life around when COVID hit. And it's a really cute, feel-good little book with little sayings and little illustrations of a very happy sloth. It brings me a lot of joy. I've also been getting into a lot of Korean American graphic novels. Bonus if they are about cooking. So Robin Ha, she wrote Almost American Girl, and then this is her cookbook, which I checked out at the library, but I also bought my own copy because I needed it forever. But yeah, it just makes Korean cooking really cool. And coming from a Korean family where we don't write recipes, usually our moms do not write recipes, this is like super awesome for me that I have something to refer to. Also, in addition to my mom just like telling me how to make something. And my last book that I recently checked out of the library is Kusama's book. I'm a big art nerd. So yeah, it's been really great so far. It makes me happy. It's kind of a form of escape. So I highly recommend checking out this at the library or any other book that you feel would, I don't know, pique your interest as much as this does for me.
So lately, I've been getting into a lot of like really crazy like murder thrillers because they're just kind of out there. You know, I don't want to read anything. I haven't read anything that's nonfiction in a long time because I don't want to read stuff that's any remotely close to real life. So the last one like that I read was the guest list. I don't have a copy with me because I don't own a copy, and it's very popular right now, so all the copies are circulating. But it's called The Guest List by Lucy Foley, and these people are invited to this fancy wedding, super fancy wedding, and somebody ends up dying, and it's like a who did it, who, blah, blah, blah. All these people have a motive, but who really did it? And I read it in like 3 days. Super good for me because I was like, you know, I'm not like these rich people, you know. It was a story I could really like disappear into, which is, you know, what I'm into these days. And as far as like a classic book that I can return to again and again and just always love is the Lord of the Rings, Fellowship of the Ring trilogy, Lord of the Rings trilogy. Anyway, so I do have those copies. This is particularly the Return of the King. Who doesn't love a rugged man battling his past? Joan kind of call me out on that one. So this one is just a classic tale, good versus evil, strong friendships. It's just a good story. Fantasy, magic. I always love these books. I've read them numerous times, fell in love with them when I was in high school. I feel like, you know, if you haven't read them, maybe it's a good time to find them. You know, they give you hope, you know, that there is good out there, even though this is nowhere near like real life. Obviously, there's elves and dwarves and dragons, but I just feel like it's a feel-good story, and I've always loved them.
Okay. So thank you for joining us today and our self-love segment. This has been so much fun to put these projects together, and I think personally my favorite part is getting to use these things in my actual life, especially the spa stuff. Mm-hmm. And please remember to be kind to yourself and to love yourself, and to be kind to others by wearing your mask. And stay safe out there. Do you have any thoughts? Any closing thoughts, Sydney?
The same things. I just be kind to yourself. Remember, don't take yourself so seriously. Don't take others so seriously. Everyone deserves some forgiveness sometimes. Be safe out there. Wear your mask. And we love you, and we'll see you at the library.
Yeah, please come visit us, and remember to breathe. Just remember to breathe and take care of yourself. All right. See you later.
Bye.
Bye.